Tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold, you ain't seen me break down.
I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like the weekend. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house.
I need that.
King Harris is back making headlines again, and this time it's not about fighting at Waffle House or ducking court dates. Nope. His own baby mama just flipped the internet upside down after allegedly leaking what fans are calling a gay tape of King. Whether that tape is even real or not doesn't matter to social media. People are eating it up and spreading it everywhere. See, whispers about King's sexuality have been floating for years. Some said he looked a little fruity, others claimed his baby was just a cover-up move, and now this so-called leak is adding fire to those rumors like never before. But it doesn't stop there. Fans are dragging out every old rumor tied to him. The messy whispers that King might not even be the real father of his son, claims that his baby mama only got pregnant to secure the bag, even accusations that King has been pretending to live a gangster lifestyle he never really had. And then comes the wildest twist, Boosie. Instead of clowning King directly, he aimed his shots at TI, putting the blame squarely on the father. That move turned this drama into more than gossip. It's personal, it's a feud, and it's messy. So get ready, because we're diving straight into the paternity rumors, the cover-up theories, the fake gangster image, the public meltdowns, and finally, how Boosie turned the whole mess into a chance to embarrass TI in front of the entire world. But here's the thing. Before this whole tape scandal even hit the blogs, King was already facing heavy side-eye about whether he was truly the dad of his baby. From the moment his baby mama announced her pregnancy, the internet had doubts. The biggest talking point, she's older than him. That alone had people calling her out saying, "Girl, you knew what you were doing." And then came the clip that had everybody buzzing, King holding his baby, looking like he was already under pressure. King's baby mama and their newborn instantly became the center of internet drama. That's when the money talk started flying. People swore up and down she only got pregnant to secure the bag. They claimed she saw the Harris name, the fame, the money, and decided to cash out by locking in a baby. Whether it was true or not didn't even matter. The comments kept rolling in and multiplying by the thousands. And when the baby finally arrived, instead of shutting people up, the rumors got even louder.
Well, I mean, of course I spoke with my son. You know, me and his uncles. You know, we were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with the short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who was at such another level of life. Now, I had to explain to him that, you know, when people are not living the way they hope they would live, and here you is walking in with so much freedom and luxury, and you know, people gonna posture themselves a certain way. So therefore, you're gonna have to enjoy your life. You're gonna have to remove yourself from that energy and go enjoy your life.
Some were posting, "He don't even look like King," while others said King was just rushing into fatherhood to prove he was grown. That's when King clapped back online, calling the baby his twin, saying, "He looks just like me." He even doubled down, posting pictures with captions like, "You can't tell me this ain't mine." But the more King pushed the narrative, the less people believed him, and it wasn't only about the baby, and it was because for years the internet had been whispering about King's sexuality. So when his baby mama's pregnancy happened, fans instantly assumed, oh, he's just trying to prove something. And now, with that so-called tape floating around, the same folks are digging up old receipts saying, see, this was the plan the whole time, use a baby to quiet the rumors. That's when the conversation started shifting in a whole new direction, because while people dragged him for the baby drama, others pointed out this wasn't even the first time King was accused of putting on a show. Fans have said for years he's been cosplaying as a gangster. He talks tough, inserts himself into beefs, and acts like he came straight from the trenches. But then everyone remembers the truth. This boy was raised by TI and Tiny. He had money, privilege, and spent most of his childhood safe at his grandma's house. Nothing wrong with that, but it sure doesn't scream, I grew up in the struggle. Here's King, in his own words, admitting how he used to live at his grandma's house. And that's exactly why people don't buy the street life act. Every time King hops online screaming about being from the hood, the comments flood in telling him, be serious. They say he's been forcing this street image to hide the fact that deep down he doesn't really fit that role. It's like he's fighting two wars at the same time. One to prove he's a real father and a grown man, and another to prove he's some hardened gangster. But instead of looking strong, it just makes his spiral look worse. And trust me, that spiral only got louder after the Waffle House drama.
But what I'm saying is, they wasn't.
You can talk like that outside.
Hey, I can talk how the f I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, Shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your f***ing restaurant. This ain't your f***ing restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. File your shit.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here. Come on.
A viral clip showed King straight up snapping on employees at the restaurant. He was yelling, threatening, and wilding out like he had something to prove. And folks couldn't believe this was TI and Tiny's son losing it over some fast food. Here's the clip of King wilding out at Waffle House. The craziest part? His own dad went live the very next day, basically clowning the whole situation. T.I. said he couldn't understand why his son was even arguing with a short order cook. He explained that he and King's uncles had already sat him down, reminding him that he lives a life people dream about. So why throw that away by stooping down to argue with folks just doing their jobs? But clearly that advice went in one ear and out the other because King's name kept popping up for all the wrong reasons. The biggest scandal? His arrest footage dropped online, exposing exactly what went down in 2024 when he got pulled over in Georgia.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any of my questions or make any statements. So my question to you is, I found just a non-felony in that ashtray in the back, as well as in that basketball sleeve. So I'm gonna go over here and talk to these guys, and someone has to get charged with it. It's not.
I'm not talking.
You're not gonna talk to me? I gotcha. Do you have any questions for me? Do you need anything to go with you?
My phone.
Your phone? Where's your phone at?
In the car.
We're in the car.
Sexual.
I'm not looking for phones, I'm looking for drugs and guns. What kind of phone is it?
What color is your phone?
It's a clear case.
Cops say he nearly smashed into a squad car while leaving a gas station. Then they claimed they smelled weed pouring out of his BMW. And to make things worse, he had a gun on his hip. When they ran his info, it got even messier. King had an active warrant dating all the way back to 2022. That old warrant, it was tied to speeding, driving on a suspended license, and even a DUI charge. King was supposed to appear in court but straight up skipped it, which is why that warrant was just sitting there waiting to catch him slipping. So in the footage, you see officers yanking him out the car, cuffing him, and marching him straight to county jail. And while King actually stayed calm in the video, the internet was anything but calm. To them, this was just more proof that his life was sliding completely off the rails. And in case you missed it, there's even footage of King Harris being read his rights like a full-on episode of Cops. By this point, fans weren't just calling him reckless anymore, and they were saying his whole public spiral was obvious. The Waffle House meltdown, the skipped court dates, the arrest video, and it all looked like King was doing the most to distract from deeper rumors he just couldn't shake. And then, boom! As soon as that alleged tape started floating around online, guess who decided to jump in? Boosie! Instead of minding his own business, he allegedly started throwing shade, making slick comments about how T.I.'s own son ended up in this mess. And the internet caught it instantly. This wasn't even about clowning King directly, it was shade aimed straight at T.I., and that's what made it even messier, because Boosie is not just some random voice. This is a man with a long history of saying wild, controversial things about sexuality, Remember, this is the same guy who had to publicly apologize to his daughter, Iyanna, after making homophobic comments about her being gay. He went live on Instagram, said he was sorry, tried to smooth it over, but let's be real. People believed he meant what he said the first time. So when folks saw Boosie inserting himself into King's drama, the reactions were instant. Isn't this the pot calling the kettle black? People were quick to remind him he's got his own family issues, his own messy comments to clean up, and yet here he is clowning somebody else's kid.
I gotta say something about this, bro. Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have it figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything, at 16 and fall in love with her. But his be gone. How you gonna... Like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his off, bro.
But there's another twist. Boosie hasn't exactly had it smooth either. Don't forget, he just took a plea deal on those gun charges, and if things go left, he could easily end up back behind bars. So for him to be out here trolling T.I. while his own legal problems hang over his head shows this wasn't just about King, this was personal. And if you've been paying attention, T.I. and Boozie's relationship has been rocky for years. To understand why Boosie even jumped into this mess, you've got to look at the timeline of their feud. And trust me, it explains everything. It kicked off when Boosie went viral for his comments about Dwayne Wade's daughter after she came out as transgender. That clip blew up and the internet instantly labeled him as transphobic. A lot of people dragged him for it, and T.I. was one of the loudest voices. He hopped on Instagram and told Boosie to mind his business and stop worrying about another man's kids. That moment right there planted the seed for a feud that was bound to explode. Then just months later, things got nastier when Boosie flipped the script and called T.I. a snitch over his old federal gun case. T.I. clapped back, saying he'd never let anyone disrespect his family, and he wasn't scared to go head-to-head with Boosie if it came down to it. From that point on, the tension between T.I. and Boosie never really cooled down. It only got messier. Every time one of them hit the headlines, the other found a slick way to throw shade, and fans were quick to catch it. So when King's alleged tape hit the blogs, Boosie didn't hesitate to use it as ammo against T.I., and that's what made this whole thing explode even louder. Because here's the truth, Boosie didn't even need to say King's name to stir the pot. By aiming his shots at T.I.'s parenting, it sent the message loud and clear. Look how your son turned out. And the internet went crazy with it. Comments started flooding in like, Boosie low-key been waiting for this moment, and this ain't even about King, this is Boosie trying to humiliate T.I. And honestly, that's exactly how it looked. Meanwhile, King was catching heat from every angle. The rumors about the baby, the gangster image people say he's faking, the arrest video, and now a full-blown family feud getting dragged into the spotlight. For King, it wasn't just about defending himself anymore, it was about watching his father become a target too. And you could feel the pressure building because for T.I., this wasn't just another internet spat, it was personal pride on the line. He's the one who built a career off being the king of the South, and now his own son's mistakes were being weaponized by one of his biggest rivals. So instead of fans debating whether the tape was real or fake, the bigger conversation became, is this feud between T.I. and Boosie about to blow up into something that goes way beyond music and gossip? Because the way things are looking, Boosie isn't letting this go anytime soon. When Boosie kept clowning, the internet was waiting on T.I. to fire back, and he did. But instead of going all-out aggressive, T.I. tried to play it cool at first, saying people should stop dragging his son through the mud. He made it clear that whatever King's going through, it's a family matter, not something for the whole world to mock. But you know how the internet works. Fans twisted his calm response into weakness. Comments started popping up like, "God, I scared to go at Boosie," and "He only talks tough till it's about his son." That pushed T.I. to clap back harder, reminding everyone that Boosie had his own skeletons and that no one's perfect. And the timing couldn't have been wilder because while this was unfolding, clips of King's arrest and the alleged tape were still circulating. That meant every word T.I. said was being thrown right back at him. The debate wasn't even just about King anymore, it was about whether T.I. was still respected enough to shut Boosie down. The messy part is, instead of putting the feud to rest, T.I.'s defense of King only added more fuel to the fire.
Hey, one of you niggas who done been to the penitentiary before, man. What happened when a motherfucker say somebody ain't right and they goddamn show their paperwork and they is right? What's the penalty for that? Can somebody tell me what is that punishable by? Somebody tell me that. See, most of you motherfuckers ain't never been in no trouble. Motherfuckers ain't never been nowhere. Anybody tell me? Tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold, you ain't seen me break down yet. Matter of fact, I come out smelling too good, the way you nigga think something wrong.
Boosie doubled down, laughing on live and saying things like, "I told y'all, I stand on what I said." And fans loved it because it kept the drama alive. So what should have been a simple father defending his son turned into a full-on spectacle, with Boosie clowning, TI defending, and King stuck in the middle looking like the spark that reignited an old war. And the question on everybody's mind became, is King just collateral damage in this feud, or is he the reason Boosie finally feels like he's winning against TI? Here's Boosie in that interview, flat out calling TI a snitch. Means you cooperating, that means you a rat. And then here's TI firing back, shutting those snitch rumors down with authority. From there, it just snowballed into a non-stop back and forth. By that summer, Boosie switched gears and started criticizing TI for how he was raising his daughter, especially that infamous moment when TI admitted he took her to the gynecologist. Boosie went off, calling him controlling and out of pocket. TI snapped right back, saying Boosie was the last person who should be giving parenting advice. They were throwing shots about family, street cred, even rat accusations. At that point, it was clear this wasn't just rap beef, it was personal. For a second, it looked like things cooled down when both of them went online claiming they had no real problem. But by 2023, the feud reignited all over again. Boosie accused TI of not standing by him during his legal mess, while TI clapped back saying he wasn't babysitting a grown man who constantly disrespects him. Fast forward to now and it all adds up. Boosie jumping into King's scandal wasn't random at all. It wasn't clout chasing, it was another chance to poke TI exactly where it hurts most, his family. And with King being the center of internet drama, Boosie couldn't resist. As soon as that alleged tape started spreading, Boosie chimed in, and the internet wasted no time ripping King apart. Some of the comments were downright brutal. One person wrote, "He was always weird looking to me. Too bad he took after Tiny and not TI." That stung, because people have been dragging his look since he was little, always comparing him to his parents. Another went even harsher, saying he looked like the clown always trying to kill Bart Simpson, Sideshow Bob. And trust me, the internet ran wild with that one. Memes and side-by-side comparisons popped up everywhere overnight. But the comment that really set everything on fire? King about to be queen? That line blew the roof off because it didn't just clown his image. It tied straight back to years of speculation about his sexuality. And that's why this situation is so much deeper than just a leaked tape. These comments prove one thing, and people never stopped questioning King's identity. And now, with Boosie stirring the pot and the feud with TI back in full swing, King Harris is stuck right in the middle of the crossfire. Before you slide out, make sure you hit that like button if you're rocking with us, smash subscribe if you're really part of the fam, and don't forget to tap that bell so you never miss the next messy drop. Trust me, you're gonna want to be locked in for what's coming next.